How's it going, everyone? Smash Bros. 33 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. I got a little bit of a shorter game. This is an underused match versus DCraw, and looking at his team, I see that he's got a couple really bulky Pokemon in terms of the P2, the Slowbro, and the Claydol. And I notice he's kind of got a big ghost weakness, but either way, I don't think I have a ghost type on my team. I actually don't have any ghost type moves, which doesn't really suck that much, but I have Crunch on my Snorlax, and I've actually never used the Snorlax in competitive battle yet. So it's looking pretty good in my favor. I mean, he just threw together this Trick Room team. I mean, I like what he did with it. It just, I'm not going to criticize this team. I don't feel like criticizing anyone. I'm not in that kind of a mood. But it was a good match anyway. Just against my boy DCraw. We haven't battled in a while, so I figured we battle in UU. So let's get on with the battle, shall we? So I'm going to lead off with my Yanmega, as he's going to lead with his his P2, and P2's the bane of my existence. We'll just leave it at that, shall we? So I'm going to go for U-turn, first turn once again, just go into whatever I please. I'm going to go into my Registeel because I can pretty much wall this thing because I'm specially defensive. And he sees that he's going to go into his Victini now as I set up my Stealth Rocks. Now, I know, and before Rocks, so I don't want to take a V-Create to the face. So I'm going to go into pretty much the best thing. And because the Snorlax has thick fat, he can take a couple V-Creates, despite Victini just being a mofo and boss. And I hate Victini. Victini is Victini, okay? V-Create's too powerful. So he's going to switch in his Claydol, as I am going to go for the Curse on the switch. So I pretty much get a free boost. I mean, he could have gone for V-Create again, but I guess he didn't want to risk the defense drops with me most likely carrying Crunch and or Earthquake, which I actually carry both. So because Trick Room is up, I obviously outslow the Claydol, and I'm going to go for Crunch, and that does over half, and I'm only at +1. That was very surprising. So now he's going to Toxic my, my Snorlax, and I don't mind all too much, but it will come into play, just because, you know, I don't have, lefties. I don't know. Wait, what do I carry? Do I carry lefties? I don't even know. This is the first time I've actually used a Snorlax. So I figured I can Curse again, because Claydol can't really touch me. Earth Power isn't going to be doing much because Snorlax is very naturally especially bulky. And I do carry lefties. What am I saying? So he's going to go for Rapid Spin and pretty much Death Fodder his Claydol, as I'm just going to go for the Crunch again. And KO, because that would have been an easy 2-hit KO, even if he was sitting at slight green range. So now toxic damage is starting to rack up. I figure I can get another KO, and I'm gonna go for Earthquake here, and it does a little less than half, even at +2. So this Escavalier might be slightly bulkier, either that or just Escavalier is naturally bulky. And I'm just gonna go for a second Earthquake. It doesn't KO, leaves him with a smidgen, and it's a double down because he's carrying Life Orb. So after the toxic damage, it is a double down. So Snorlax got 2 kills. Good for you, Snorlax. So obviously double down, bring in my Scarfer, in this case my Darmanitan, and I know he's not going to want to take a superpower to the face, so he's going to switch out, go into his Slowbro, and I don't know why, I felt it was kind of obvious that I would go for U-turn. But I don't know, I guess just the obvious plays are the obvious plays. So I'm going to go into Yanmega now and get absolutely destroyed by rocks, because it's Yanmega. It always gets destroyed by rocks. So I'm not sure why, but he leaves in his, his Slowbro as Death Fodder. I guess he knew that I was Specs Tinted Lens or something like that. Oh yeah, he didn't know, because he traced the Tinted Lens from P2 the first turn. So I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz again. And he's just gonna fire off a T-Bolt and KO my Yanmega, which kind of sucks. But I have other things to take this on, one thing being my main Shao. And main Shao just eat P2s for breakfast. So now, obvious Golurk switch was obvious, so I didn't go for the high jump kick. And I don't carry HP Ice because I'm choice banded. So I'm gonna bring in Sharpedo now. And I forgot Trick Room was up. And I should have went for the Protect. But I forgot the Trick Room was up and I was going for a Hydro Pump. And stupid me. But anyway, I'm gonna go under Manitan now. And the Trick Room is still up. His Golurk got 2 kills because of me being stupid. Just to say the least. So now Twisted Dimension's going to normal. I'm going to go back into Main Shao. Go for the U-turn once again. Just, you know, get some additional damage. And that's 2 U-turns. That isn't bad, considering Golurk resisted and it's pretty naturally bulky. So now I'm going to go into Registeel. And I hang on to 23 HP from that Earthquake. Very, very, very close. And I'm going to go for the Iron Head here. And I'm going to end up flinching him, which kind of sucks, but it does help me in the long run because I'm able to get another Iron Head off if I do so please. And he's going to go out to his P2, which is going to trace Clear Body, not a big deal. I'm going to just go for another Iron Head. And that doesn't do anything to P2 because P2 is just too bulky. I hate this thing so much. But I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss as he's going to fire off a T-Bolt. Doesn't KO because my Registeel is just a bounce like that. That base 130 spec defense. And I'm going to go for a second Seismic Toss and finish off that Dr. H. So Registeel's sitting pretty good right now. I can outspeed his Golurk, which means I can fire off an Iron Head. And he goes for Fusion Bolt, I guess predicting whatever. I don't even remember what he wanted to predict. Guess he just didn't want the defense drop from the V-Create. And this mattered. This mattered. My Stone Edge missed. And that could have KO'd his Victini, and that might have been able to KO his Golurk. So that is going to give him the fairly narrow 2-0. And I believe that Fusion Bolt got a crit. And I calced it, and that crit actually did matter. But I'm not complaining on that much. I don't